Hello all, my name is Krishnak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today in this particular video, we are going to see how to run Flask in Google Colab, right? And this video is going to be very important because there are many people who have asked this particular question. It may be because of various reasons. They may not have a very good personal laptop, high configuration personal laptop, right? We already know with the help of Google Colab, we can train our model, right? We can definitely train our model, right? Train the model. But when we create an end-to-end application, we have to create web services, right? And definitely in creating web services, and when I say train a model, we probably will be using GPUs from Google Colab, so there may be GPUs like Tesla K80. So we may probably use this kind of GPU for training a model. The second thing is that we may also be able to create web services with the help of Flask. Okay, with the help of Flask, we will be able to create web services. Now, understand one thing, guys, how it actually creates, or how does Google Colab actually work? Suppose this is my Google Colab. I'm just going to write it as Google Colab. Whenever I'm running any kind of code in Google Colab, internally, there will be, this all code will be actually running in VMs, that is virtual machines, right? There may be virtual machines. And suppose if there is some different user, their code will be running in a different virtual machine, right? Now, when this code is basically running in a virtual machine, suppose if I'm implementing Flask, and if you don't know about Flask, guys, just have a look onto my Flask and Docker playlist. So what happens with respect to this particular Flask is that it will be running internally in this virtual machine at an IP. Suppose if I take the local host, something like this, sorry, it should be 1. Suppose if I take the example of this one, local host. So it will be running inside this local host, right? Inside this virtual machine, like the app that I'm trying to run, which is in Flask. But this whole IP will not be accessible outside, right? Will not be accessible outside. That is basically running in the virtual machine. So our main aim is that when we are running Flask in Google Colab, we should be able to access this particular IP, which is pretty much important. Then only we'll be able to access the whole app. And for that, we have something called as ngrok. This ngrok library actually helps us to expose this URL as a public URL. And by this, once this ngrok is basically used, it will be able to make this URL public. Again, it will not be the exact same URL. It will be a different URL. And then after exposing it, it will give back to the Google Colab. And then the person who is using Google Colab can get that particular IP and can hit in its public browser, right? Maybe in Google Chrome or any kind of browser that it can actually hit, right? All these things looks little bit confusing, but just understand that whatever instances you are running in Google Colab it is basically running in a virtual machine. This virtual machine internally, suppose if I'm running one Flask app, it will be running inside this virtual machine in this app. In order to access this, we need to make it as a public URL. For making it as a public URL, we use a library called as ngrok. And this ngrok is then shown over here. And then we will be able to get that URL and execute in the Google Chrome. Now, yes, I'll try to show you all these things practically. So let's go ahead. Okay, guys. So here it is. So first of all, what you have to do is that you have to install Flask ngrok. Okay, Flask-ngrok. That basically means that whatever URL will be created in the VM with respect to the Flask app, you will be able to expose it as a public URL with the help of this ngrok. So first of all, you need to write !pip install Flask-ngrok. After you install it, it shows the requirement already satisfied. The next thing is that we will try to create a Flask app. Now this is a very simple Flask app. Before that, we need to import this library, which is called as Flask_ngrok. From Flask_ngrok, we need to import run_with_ngrok. Then from Flask, we are going to import Flask, because this kind of videos I've already uploaded in my Docker playlist. Please go and have a look. This code is basically used for running the Flask app. Okay. As soon as this code will be getting executed, we need to also start this run_with_ngrok. This in turn, what it does is that whatever API is created, that will get exposed as a public URL with the help of this code, right? So internally, I'm giving the app over here. That is basically the Flask app. Now here I have created 3 routes. This is just a simple routes, guys. You can implement any machine learning model, deep learning model, And probably in my next video, what I'll do is that I'll connect this to my Google Drive. I'll keep my model somewhere in my Google Drive and I'll expose it over here and I'll load it, that particular model. I think you can also do it. It is similar like how we do in the local machine. Then first route is basically my index page. In the index page, it says that I've created this particular function, def underscore index, the trial of Flask on Google Colab. Then I have also created another get function called as get underscore details, which is basically represented by this URL. After this is basically the output that I'm going to get out of this particular function. Yes, you can also have any kind of HTML files and all, like I showed you in my previous tutorials where I was explaining about Flask, right? And I've created many such projects as such. And finally, this is basically my test page. Now, once I execute this, in order to execute it, I just have to write app.run. So once it does it, you can see that it will be running. And here you can see that first of all, this URL that you see, it is giving 5,000 ports. Probably this will be running in the virtual machine. And then to make it public, after that, this code is actually getting executed, run underscore with underscore ngrok. So here you'll be able to get this URL. So once you execute this URL, you can see that a trial of Flask on Google Colab. As soon as I execute this, this is actually going to go into the index page of this one, and it is going to trigger this function. Suppose if I write /get underscore details, right? So if I do this /get underscore details, you'll be able to see that this is my next page that is coming up. Similarly, I have also my test. So I'll just go and write /test. And if I execute that, you'll be able to see that this is showing me my test page. Again, if I go back, this is my get details page. This is my index page, right? Now, this is just one example just to show you, because this was the question asked by many of the people. Yes, you can also implement things in Flask in Google Colab. So let's try to explore this. In my upcoming videos, I'll also try to load a model, load object detection model, load different kind of models from the Google Colab. Because in Google Colab, the most important thing that you have is your GPU. Right now, GPU is not included. But when you're implementing any deep learning models, after the model is getting trained, the response time will definitely be less because of the GPU, right? So yes, just try it out, and yes, wait for my next video. In my next video, I'll try to show you how I'll be implementing a ML end-to-end project in Google Colab. So yes, this was all from my side. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day ahead. Thank you one and all. Bye-bye.